Okay, I'm just gonna try to get through this. Hi, welcome or welcome back. My name is Savannah, and this is my knitting crafting channel on the YouTube. I am so glad that you're here watching this video. I'm kind of in the middle of messaging someone. I should probably just pop it up on my computer so that I can, not have to stop this every time a message comes through. Something kind of exciting, I'll be honest. I am kind of sort of chatting about a new tattoo. It's been years since I got my last tattoo, and I have this idea of something I would love to get. It's just, oh, I can do that. It is perfect. Okay. Sorry, I know. The artist that I went with last time, I really, really love his art, but he has become so popular that not only does he have his own studio now, his books are completely filled up. His books are completely filled up for months and months in advance. Even when I got my last tattoo, I had to wait like 3 months. But either way, to the point where he's so popular, he's so booked up that when he does open and he accepts things, he only wants big things. He only wants big designs, and my idea isn't very big. So he won't take mine. I tried. I did try, but it didn't work out. He does have it like an Instagram channel thing that he does, and he'll send out different like designs that he's created, and some of them are absolutely beautiful, but they're either whole back pieces or whole stomach pieces or very big hip pieces. And you can get on his books for one of those. It's just, that's not what I want. I wouldn't mind. I would really love to get one of his big chest pieces wraparound, but I have a tattoo right here. I don't know how well I can show you. I have this tattoo right here. There used to be a giant star right here, but as you can see, it is faded like this one has. It's pretty much gone. I have no tattoo there. But because this is colorful and it's kind of solid, and what I prefer and what his designs are is a lot of line work. It is not fill in, none of that stuff, and I would want floral. I feel like it wouldn't work because I have that piece there. So anyways, this is falling off. So I'm working with a new lady. She's, I believe she's an apprentice for somebody who does the delicate line work that I like. And she's doing a special right now because she's an apprentice and she wants more, experience. So I thought about it, and, I think I'm going to go ahead and book this. I got to figure out how to, though. Let's see here. View. I'll probably pause this in a second so that I can go through this. Yeah, let me pause this real quick. Okay, I just paid my deposit, so just waiting to pick a day. I'm looking at her calendar, and if I'm correct, I think I'm gonna do December 27th. I think so. I could do it as early as Sunday, December 1st, but I'm not going to. I think I'll wait until the end of December. Yeah. Sorry, I know this isn't what you expected from me, but this is life. White Sesame add 2 if none of the green days are work. Okay. Okay, I am so sorry. You're not here for this. You're here for knitting content and yarny content. I'm sorry, I'm excited. Again, it's been years and years and years. And this deal that she has is a little too good to pass up. Okay. It's something exciting. It's been so long. It'll be like a little gift to myself for making it halfway through this freaking kindergarten year. And that's how I'll present it to my husband. No, this is actually a really, really good. This is really, really good. I had a tattoo artist before this last one, who I really liked, but she moved to Pueblo. So that's an hour-ish, hour and 15 minutes away from me. And her books get filled up really quickly too. So she's the one who did this one. I have this one. And then I have one on my foot that she did as well. I can't show you the one that I have because the other one from the other artist, because that one is on my thigh and I am not going to pull my pants down on YouTube. So sorry about that. And I'm also not going to show you this design until it is on my body. Because, you know, anything could happen. You know, things can change. Maybe something happens and I can't go through with it. And not that I'm trying to gatekeep the design at all. It's just, I'd rather wait till it's on my body. Okay, so that's it. I think I'm done chatting with her for now. I apologize if that is not anything that you were interested in seeing or hearing about, but it is part of my life. Okay, so let's dive right into all the knitting and yarny content that I have. I can't remember when I last filmed. I know it was my fall break vlog. When was that? 3 weeks ago? Something like that, 3 weeks ago? Gosh, so we're on Thanksgiving break right now. It is Tuesday, November 26th at 9:40 in the morning. We're on Thanksgiving break. So in America, Thanksgiving is this Thursday, the 28th. So we have the whole week off from school. The last time I filmed, we were on fall break. That was in October. Ooh, excuse me, that was in October. Right before Thanksgiving. Yes. And brain, right before Halloween. That was like the week before Halloween. Like the 2 weeks before Halloween. So it's been 4 weeks that week. Anyways, okay, so we went back to school the last week of October. That was a busy week. We had a field trip to the zoo, which ended up being the most amazing trip to the zoo in the whole world. Crazy, I know, but hear me out. So that was the coldest day of the school, in session so far. So gosh, that was October 30th. So it was the day before Halloween. I think so. I think it was the day before Halloween. It was very, very cold. Or at least it was supposed to be cold, the coldest day. It snowed that day. Anyway, so we had all of our kids, the whole kinder grade, went to the zoo. We had so many parent chaperones volunteer that myself and my teacher did not have to supervise a single child. And her and I just went off and did our own thing. We got to have our own little zoo date. It was magical. So we went in the opposite direction that all the other families went in and all the kids went in. So to be honest, every exhibit that we went to, we did not have to share it with anybody. Because it was cold and snowy, even the general public, there was nobody around. it was so nice being able to see. And a lot of the animals were pretty active, actually, which was really nice. I had never seen the grizzly bears at our zoo. Because of the way to get to them freaked me out. You had to climb this super tall tower or take this like ski lift to get to them. And both ways terrified the crap out of me. Well, they changed it since the last time I've been to the zoo. Now that tower only works for these giant slides that they created for the kids. And to get to the bears, you just take a walking path. So I was like, heck yeah. And they were sitting right in front. They were so cute. Maybe I'll throw in some pictures. We'll see when I get to editing this. But so there was that. And then, so that was a great day. And then Halloween was the next day. So we did that. Anyways, and then so on and so forth. We did get 3-day snow days. We had 3 snow days in between my last vlog and filming now. That was wonderful. It was so nice. And I got paid for those snow days. That was wonderful. So that was a lot of extra knitting time, but you will be disappointed. Everything, if you've watched my vlogs, everything I show in those vlogs, nothing is finished. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, ooh, that's it's a little bit of a burn to myself. I couldn't finish anything that I showed in the vlog, so it's here to show. I do have, let's see here. I do have progress though, so I'm not entirely sure which way to, start this. So we're just gonna dive right in with this first one on top because it's here. This is my Ava cardigan, Ava by Petite Knit, and I do have the body done though. So I filmed a clip like between the last vlog and this just to show what I've noticed with all my knitting, like all the knitting I have. Gosh, I think I have 5 or 6 sweaters on the needles, or garments at least, and all of them were in the pretty much body phase because I've realized that I like knitting yokes and that's about it. So I'll get a yoke and I'll get to the body and then I'll get bored and I'll start something new, and then I'll do the yoke and then get to the body and then get bored and start something new. But this one at least, I'm finally past that and I have this body finished, and I just barely started the sleeve. So I just started the sleeve like 2 days ago and then realized that I wanted to try to like finish something else, which I will talk about in a minute. But so I have at least started, ready to go. Really, I only have like 5 rows into the sleeve or something like that. I think this might be my next focus because I even have the button band. As you can see, I even have the button band finished. I did that before I even did the sleeves. So really it is just the sleeves on this, and then buttons, adding buttons, and it'll be done. What buttons I'll use, I don't know yet. There's no real plan for that, but I do have buttonholes. I did shorten the ribbing on the body just a little bit because I was getting bored of it. I think I stopped it like a 1/2 inch shorter. I don't know. We'll see what happens once I fully block it. Hopefully it'll grow a little bit. This yarn is, what is this? It is Hillesvåg Tinde in the red colorway. It is a 100% Norwegian wool. It is, gosh, I forgot. I think it was labeled as a DK. It's not going to tell me on this. I know that. This is the yarn with the label. I could have sworn this was categorized as DK, but it doesn't, I don't know. And I don't know exactly how much this will grow when blocking. It is 100 grams per 260 meters. So again, I think it's DK. I got gauge. holding it single on a 4mm needle, US 6. So I don't know. I mean, I do have a swatch, so I did swatch. So we'll see. Let me put this to the side. But yeah, I guess that's a little bit more that was finished. I think I was just on the body during the vlogs. Let's pull out something else. Okay, this one I started during the vlogs. This is the sweater number 22, I believe, by My Favorite Things Knitwear. So the goal during fall break was to get this started, and I did. Sorry, this is, it's scrunched on the needles, so I still haven't put in the collar or the button band on the shoulder right here, but I am in the body, and I do take this with me places occasionally because it is just stockinette in the round. I do not get very far quickly. You think I would with it being stripes, but man, this thing is slow going. So I took this. We went to a hockey game last Friday. So today's Tuesday. Yeah, last Friday we went to a hockey game. We went to the Colorado College versus St. Cloud hockey game. We got free tickets. So I took this there to work on, and I only got like three rounds finished. I didn't work like, I'm not a big hockey fan, but I did look around a lot. So I'm getting there. I have this much done since the underarm. Here's the bottom of the armhole. And that is where I'm at. I'm doing the jogless join, where you knit one row of the new color, and then the next row of that, round of that color, you're supposed to pick up the stitch below and put it on the needle and knit those two together. Also, I'm not breaking my yarn. I'm just carrying it down the inside. So I took this to the hockey game, and the day before that, my daughter had a cheer competition type. It was a cheer competition, but my daughter's cheer team were not competing. They were the showcase, which meant they were just like the opening act, and they were showing what they can do as a middle school cheer team. So we went to that. That was a late night, but that was the funnest thing ever, going to a cheer competition. It was exactly like, I mean, it wasn't exactly like, but it was like Bring It On, you know, the movie Bring It On. Love that movie. But it was like that, you know. All these different high school teams around it was called the Tri-Peaks. So we had our high school, then there was the high school that was hosting it, which was called James Irwin. So we were there. Then we had Woodland Park, La Junta, Lamar, Florence, Ellicott. These are all like little tiny towns around us. Did I say Woodland Park? Anyways, so all these teams, there's 3 divisions. We had the co-ed division, we had the game day division, and then we had the all-girls division. So our high school was competing in the co-ed division, and they nailed it. That was a fantastic routine, and they won. They won the division, which was super awesome. Game day division, I do believe a different team should have won. They ended up getting 3rd place though. But it was really fun to watch. And then it was just like, everybody was so cute. That's why I kept saying, it's so cute. And then the all-girls division, there was only 2 teams. It was the hosting school and then Woodland Park. And I'll be honest, I do believe that Woodland Park should have won. I like their routine better. I thought it was better. It was cuter. But the hosting team won. And from what I can hear, like a lot of the Woodland Park parents, they were all very upset. And they're like, this is the second year they've cheated. They've cheated again. And it's crazy because the James Irwin team, when you walked in, there's a trophy case. And there are so many cheer trophies in that case. And then in the gym where they were competing, there was banners of the cheer team of how many times they've won, you know, different things. And I was just like, dang. I'm curious. My husband was like, I really want to know what the scorecard looked like. Like, how did they score them and all that other jazz. But anyways, I took this there and worked on it before the cheer teams started, because obviously once the cheers started, that was all I could watch, because that was, again, such a fantastic night. It was a late night, but it was so much fun. So, excuse me. Between those 2 evenings, I probably only got like half of this black stripe and then this brown stripe and then this, not a lot. But again, sweater number 22. Sorry, congested. Sweater number 22 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. My yarn is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted. This is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. And I have the color coal and the color chestnut. I like this wool. I believe I've used it before. Oh yeah, my skirt. I don't have my skirt in here, but I made a colorwork skirt a year ago. I wore it the other day though, because it was cool enough to wear it. But it's a very large, it's the Folly skirt by Espastrico. It is a full colorwork skirt, and I did it in worsted weight yarn, wool of the Andes. It is so warm, but I've only worn it twice, so I can't tell you to the extent of any pilling or anything like that. I can't wait to get this done. I need to keep going. The body is just, it's not as fast as you think it would be. Okay, what's next? This one has absolutely no progress on it, but I did make a decision for when I'm ready to, wait, maybe it does have some progress on it. I put the collar in. I don't know if the collar was in when I was vlogging, but I put the collar in. I do need to leave in these ends in here and then put a tag, but I did add the collar. It's a folded over collar. And then what I decided to do was put the body on this try-it-on tubing, and I picked up the stitches for the sleeve. Not fully. I haven't attached yarn or anything like that, but I put the stitches on the sleeve. I was going to start knitting the sleeve, but then when I read the pattern, I was like, ooh, my brain is not ready to compute doing this plus adding this, you know, because the sleeve will have these 2 cable rounds plus decreases. I wasn't ready to do that. But the only reason why I decided to do this is because this is all I have left of yarn. Oops. I'm holding the yarn double, and this is all I have left. So I have these 2 balls here, plus this little bit, and then these 2 balls here. So this is Sunday, Santa's Garden Sunday in the Petite Knit, one of the Petite Knit colorways. Ooh, I don't know how well you can see that. It's in the banana colorway. Banana. That's why I call this my banana sweater. So when I bought this yarn, I bought it from McKinney Knittery back in April. Cute little store. They only had 12 of these skeins in stock. I bought all 10 because I knew that's what I was gonna, I believe I'm gonna need 12 total. So I bought all they had and was like, okay, I'll buy 2 more at a later date. I do think I'm going to still need to buy those 2 more, but what I figured I could do is get the sleeves done at least, and then come back to the body and figure out exactly. That way the sleeves are finished and there's nothing to worry about there. So yeah, got the 2 cables on the side. One of those cables goes across the back. And it is this big chunky rib. This is by Other Loops. It's called the Brady Loops by Other Loops. She has a cardigan version as well, which I actually have the pattern for because I was like, I just love it. It does not feature this, does not feature the ribbing. I think that's what slows me down a lot with this, is having to remember to stop and do those purl stitches in between. So it's an 8x2 rib, but this is going to be lovely when it's finished. It's just, again, one of those things that got stuck in the body, and I am a yoke. I like the excitement of the yokes, you know. I'm not a big fan of body knitting, and I'd say I'm not a fan of sleeves, but they do go quicker. I usually get frustrated, but I'm like, I think I'm more frustrated with bodies than I am with sleeves. So again, all I did, I guess I did have some progress, just the collar and then switching over to potentially doing the sleeves. And then I have to tell you about this one, which you're going to be disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself, but my big goal during fall break was to try to get the body finished on my Clearview cardigan. As soon as I stopped vlogging, I did not work on this at all. I did not work on this at all. So it's in the same spot that it was before. I apologize. When will this get picked up? I have no clue. But this is the Clearview cardigan, which I can't, it's so hard to show you. I really should put it on the hanger, or I should put it there so I can stare at it again. I'm in the middle of a round. Let's see here. Okay, I don't trust my cat with this, so. Okay. Did you like the view of my pajamas, my Christmas jammies? Also, I forgot to tell you what I'm wearing. This is the half and half triangles wrap by Pearl Soho, and I knit it in their linen quill, Pearl Soho linen quill. I forgot the colors. I forgot what colors these were. I'm sorry. But this thing is ginormous. I was a little chilly this morning, so I thought I would just throw it on. But Clearview cardigan, as you can see. I feel like I'm getting there, though. I should definitely measure that again. Try it on. Once I get through that round, or that row, and the needles are at the opening again. Here's the thing is, it's cables, so once I block it, it's going to open and possibly get a little bit longer. So it's just like, I'm like, should I do that and then base it off of that blocked length? I don't know, it's just forever and ever and ever, it feels like. I think I have like 3 inches left before ribbing, but it looks long enough, just because that back drops down further than the front, unfortunately. Anyways, again, yes. So Clearview cardigan is by Sasha Knits, if you are a new viewer. The yarn that I'm using is Pearl Soho's Good Wool, which is 100% Andean Highland wool. It is a sport weight. I think I'm knitting that on a 3.75 millimeter or US 5, I believe. Everything's in my Ravelry down below. As you can see, it's all over texture. So it's the waffle stitch and then the cable panels down the front, and it goes down the back, and then the sleeves are going to have that same panel with waffle stitch. It is just very slow going, very slow going. It's not hard, it's just, I'm over it. I started that December 31st, 2023, so I'm gonna be mad if I calculate all the days and it only took me a total of like 50, 60 days to knit. Like, dude, stop. But yes, I'm sorry to disappoint you that I have not touched it since the last videos. Okay, what else to show you? Okay, this guy, this one is, this one was a goal during fall break. The goal was to either A, finish the yoke or run out of the black mohair, which I ended up running out of the black mohair before finishing the yoke. So I had technically 3 rows left in the chart part of the yoke. And then after that, there was actually short rows before splitting for sleeves. So I had to order more yarn. I ordered 4 more balls of the, this is Drops Kid Silk in the black colorway. So I ordered 4 more of these. This is actually ball number 2 of those 4. So let me show you here. I just, well, I'm gonna say I finished the body yesterday and started the sleeve, but I need to block it to figure out if I made a mistake or not. So my body looks funky. And then I did about 4 inches on the sleeve yesterday. So my goal is to finish this sleeve today. I would really like to, it's already 10 o'clock, but I would really like to get this sleeve finished and some of the next sleeves started before the evening ends for me, before bedtime, and then finish the sleeve tomorrow and have this ready for Thanksgiving. That is my goal, but I don't know if I'll hit that. I'll try not to be too sad if I don't hit that. There is going to be lace work on the bottom of the sleeve that mimics this, which I don't know if you can even see. There is lace and bobbles that are meant to look like flowers. Like, this is the flower and these are the leaves. I don't know how well you can see that. One other thing that I am currently worried about, which I think needs a good blocking, is I shortened the body by 3 inches. And that is because when I hold it up to myself, I was like, okay, my belly button's here. This is going to be, I was worried that if I did the full 9 inches, well, I was worried A, I was going to run out of yarn, and B, I thought it'd be too long. I was worried it was going to be too long because I didn't take into account my gauge, my row gauge. So let me tell you, this pattern is by Caitlin Hunter. It is called the Halloo. Sorry, I didn't tell you that before. Oh gosh, what is the gauge for this? Gauge for this one is 19 stitches per 4 rounds, or 19 stitches per 4 inches on a US 5 or a 3.75 needle. There was no way I was hitting that. My gauge is a lot tighter than that. I had to go all the way up to a US 8 or what is that, a 4.5? No, that's a 5 millimeter. 5 millimeter needle, a US 8. I had to go all the way up to an 8 to hit gauge. I don't hate I still like the fabric. Like look at the, it's not gapey, it's not nothing. It's really nice. It made for knitting up pretty stinking quickly. but I didn't take into account my row gauge. I haven't even checked my row gauge, to be honest. So it says that you need 26 rounds for 4 inches. Let's see what mine is. And this is before blocking. The only part of this that's blocked is the yolk. And I can't remember if I steam blocked it or if I fully blocked it. So let's see here. It's going to take a minute. Let me find a pokey. I like to use like a cable needle or DPN or something to count the stitches. Okay, so not that drastically different. 27 rounds per 4 inches when she's getting 26. So not bad. So now I'm a little concerned. I mean, I am using, so my other yarn that I'm holding double with the mohair is this. This is I think this is an 80-20 superwash merino nylon blend. So this is a yarn that I dyed up a couple years back. I dyed this up and it didn't work out for what I wanted, so it's just been sitting in stash. But this is what I have here. I have this, what's left here, and then I have this left. This is all I have left. This is probably more than enough to get through the sleeves and maybe add a little bit more to the body. So, okay. So I was worried that the body was going to be too long. I think I knit only 6 inches before the ribbing when I'm supposed to do 9. That just freaked me out. I was like, that feels like it's going to be quite long. Like, I tried it on too before I did the ribbing. I actually tried it on, did about 3/4 of an inch to an inch more before I started the ribbing, and then it's 2 inches of ribbing. I don't know. I need to block it, I guess, before I can determine what I'm going to do. But because this is all I have left for this, and I didn't write down the recipe on how I dyed this, so nor do I even have this base. I don't have this base either. I don't think. I could, but I don't know. Either way, this should be enough to get through the sleeve and a little bit more, maybe. My biggest fear was that I was going to run out of this if I did the body to the correct measurements. So, obviously, finish the body. I'm going to finish the sleeves. And if the body ends up being too short after a blocking, if I have enough left over, I will just do surgery. Or I can always rip it back too. It's just a stretchy bind off. It's not tubular or anything like that. I can always rip back the ribbing and continue to knit. Again, there's that method where people cut it and then, but it's only 2 inches of 1x1 ribbing. So let me put this down so I can pick this one back up. But yeah, I really don't think I'll hit the goal of finishing the sleeve. Both of the sleeves before Thursday, but you know, and I can always steam block this if I need to. As you can see, it looks a little funky. Oop, poking myself. So obviously US 8 is what I'm using, so I just dropped down to a US 6 for the ribbing instead of the US 3. So maybe that's why it looks, but again, I'll block it so that the ribbing matches the body width like that. So it looks nicer. And it's superwash. I haven't used superwash in a really, really long time, so I'm not entirely sure how much growth. So I am a little concerned about how long to make the sleeves. She recommends knitting 12 inches before doing the lace bit on the sleeve and then the cuff. So there's about 5 inches, so you have to knit 5 inches less. And so I'll have to try on and see where that hits. And then so there's a lot of finagling today with this I need to get done filming so that I can get that done. Okay, the last thing, well, it's not the last thing, but the last thing from fall break. So if you watch my vlogs during fall break, you know that I went to JCPenney's and I ended up compulsive buying a sweater vest, like with a turtleneck. It was really pretty and it was really soft, but when I got home and I tried it on, that turtleneck was way too long for my neck and it was uncomfortable. So I did return that, and I found a pattern on Ravelry and found yarn, did a whole swatch, and was able to I'm making my own. I do wish I would have taken a picture of me in that sweater vest that I purchased from JCPenney's, but I did not. I know it was on the video though, so I did film me in it, so maybe I can take a screenshot of that at some point. But anyways, the pattern that I found was a petite knit pattern. She's just perfect like that. Where I can see something in stores and be like, oh, I know petite knit will have something similar to that. This is the terrazzo slipover, and this is how far I am on that. Yes. So the top half is blocked and the bottom half is not. And so you can see, like, look at it is crazy. So I'll tell you some little tidbits about this. Like, this is very dense down here. This is nice and drapey and soft. Definitely weird. So the yarn I'm using is 2 yarns I had in stash. So this is Holskarn Super Soft in the oatmeal colorway. This is a fingering weight yarn that blooms beautifully once blocked, but it looks, obviously, I don't know how well you can see that. It looks very thin and lace-like, but I promise you it blooms nicely. And then I'm holding it with, this is Knit Picks Wonder Fluff. As you can see, I'll show you why it looks like this in a minute. Knit Picks Wonder Fluff, which is a bulky weight yarn, 70% baby alpaca, 23% nylon, 7% merino wool. It is a chainette blown yarn. This is in the Hair Heather colorway too. I knit up the petite knit Sunday sweater a long time ago, and I did a terrible, terrible job with it. My bind offs were not stretchy at all, because this was like one of the first, it was probably like the second or third sweater I knit after coming back to knitting. So definitely was learning a few things. Like, this does not stretch at all. The cuffs, or the sleeves, were way too long. They came past my fingertips and did not stretch as well. And I didn't like the way that my ribbing looked. So I'm just taking this apart and using it, using the yarn for this terrazzo slipover. Here's an unused ball, so it's not even, I'm kind of hesitant to use this just so that the yarn, you can see it's all crinkly and squished. It's not as poofy as this. Sorry, it's not as poofy. So I'm using this stuff before I use this stuff. But it's lovely. This is lovely yarn. I'm gonna have to pull more off of that soon because this is getting pretty low. But as you can see, it is, I blocked the top half because I was worried about the size. So I started this, I did a swatch. And from what I could tell, I was gonna need to, my gauge was bigger, smaller, bigger. Either ways, I needed to go up a size. So my swatch was telling me that I needed to knit the size large instead of the medium so that it would fit me. Well, that swatch lied to me. It lied. So I knit the yoke in a size large, and I went to go join it in the round in the body, and I was like, that's way too big. And so I blocked it just to make sure, and it was way too big. So I ended up at the underarms, I dropped down the amount of stitches to switch the body to a medium. When I blocked this, I'll say unblocked, I'm getting 19 stitches per inch or something like that. Up here, I'm getting I think it's 17. I think the gauge, let me see, it's right here. Yeah, 17 stitches per, so I blocked the swatch. It's up there on my board. I know you can't see it. I keep looking at it. I blocked the swatch and it lied. So I am getting exactly gauge using a fingering and a bulky weight held together. And so I'm a little bummed. I could have been making the medium since the beginning, but I wasn't going to go ahead and rip out the entire thing. So like I said, I went ahead and converted. I went from a large up here to a medium in the body. I'm hoping that adding the ribbing for the armholes will cinch it in just a little bit more, I'm hoping, because I'm going to try desperately to do the medium size for the armholes. Also, this isn't going as fast as I was hoping for, even though it is on, what size is this needle? 4.5 millimeter or a US 7, because of how dense it is. It is very, very dense here, and then it loosens up a lot here. And also, I took a picture of this the other day to put on Ravelry, and it looked like, the picture made it look like I wrote out really, really badly up here. And maybe you can kind of see it, but when I look at it in person, you can't see that at all. So I'm not entirely sure how that is. Like, it looks like, I'm afraid it's going to look terrible in photos, but in person, it does not look like that at all. And I can't wait to block it because of how dense it is down here. Like, I feel like I'm going to just knit forever before I get to where I need to be for the split. But yeah, this is all that I've done. I do work on this a little bit each, like I have been working on it a little bit each day after work. Like, I'll come up here, kind of decompress, do a couple rows on this. But yeah, okay, that is all. No, that's not it. I do have one other start. So I finished the body on my Ava cardigan, so I couldn't really take this to work anymore. So I decided to start a new sock, and I think that is because, let me see here. It's not this one, it must be the other one. So I have these pair of socks that I made. This is one of them, and it's, don't mind it, it's been worn many, many times. This is the very first sock I ever knit. This one or it's pair, who knows. Very first pair of socks I ever knit. I used I used this brand, and I knitted up on a pair of Flexi Flips. These are the Addy Flexi Flips. This is how I knit this pair of socks, because Magic Loop wasn't working for me at the time, and I did not want to do DPNs. So I bought this from my local yarn store. It said US 1, so I was like, okay, cool. I knit this. I believe it's 64 stitches. And just a plain vanilla sock with a, I don't know what kind of heel I used. Maybe it's the Fish Lips Kiss heel. Oh, it's very felted. It's very felted. Anyways, it came out too big. And I was like, what the heck? I looked at this again. It's a 2.5 millimeters. So this is not a correct US 1. This is actually probably a US 1.5. Anyways, moral of the story is, not moral, long story short, this is my favorite pair of socks. I absolutely love these socks. This yarn is so cozy. It has lasted, as you can see. Again, the heel is pretty much, it feels pretty felted right along these seam parts. And then the toe. So the yarn, obviously you can tell that the heel and the toe are different color, but it's the same yarn. This is just absolutely wonderful. I think the other one is almost finally going to pop a hole. I throw these in the washer and dryer as well. Like, no change to how I wash these, but I absolutely love these socks. This is, I believe, the red brown marl colorway. Love it to death. And when I noticed that one of them was about to pop a hole, I was like, no, I can't not. I need these. I need these. So Yarnspiration was actually, I think they were having a sale, and I bought, which I'll go into a little bit of yarn haul as well. I bought some more. I do have a dark one too. I bought another ball of this dark color, which you can't really tell. It's like there's no white in it at all. That's just life. Anyways, I bought I bought 2 of these ones, 2 of these ones, 2 of these ones, and then I think just 1 of these white ones, and then 1 of the dark gray. I think they're having a sale. So I bought, what is this one called? Got Sidewalk Colors, this one. This one's Blue Brown Marl. So it's just like the red one except blue. And then this one is Muslin. Ew, it's got something nasty on it. And this is Gray Marl. And I was like, I am going to do exactly what I did last time. I'm using these Flexi Flips in the 2.5 millimeter. And I did my best to try to count exactly how many stitches. From what I can tell, 64, but I could have sworn I only did 60 for my first sock, because I was kind of following what Natalie of Nitty Natty did. But when I counted the ribbing, it was 64, so that's just what I did. I cast on, and this is what goes to work with me every day. So I picked this one, the Gray Marl, and I'm making myself a pair of cabin socks. So I used the white, and then the red is this is a leftover I had in my stash. This is a merino cashmere nylon sock, fingering weight. So definitely not the same, but all it is for the stripe, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm just going to town. I just have the needle in there. I really enjoy the Flexi Flips because it's like the best of both worlds, DPN and DPN and Magic Loop. Sure, I could have done these on 9-inch circulars, but I really didn't want to. This is more comfortable for me. So I'm just going to knit, I think. Like, technically, I think if I were to use this one, yeah, my heel should have been like right here. My heel should be right here. I mean, I could always just, no, because look, the ribbing I made the ribbing a lot taller on this one. I thought about just, continuing to knit this all the way until the yarn is out, and then adding a toe, and then not even worrying about a heel. But I could always go back and do an afterthought heel if I have enough of this. So I'm going to go ahead. I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and knit this all the way, add the toe, and then I have the second ball, do the whole thing over again, and then whatever's left, do a heel. If not, no heel, and we'll just force one by wearing it without a heel. I have another pair of socks that I did with no heel, and sometimes it's annoying, but really it's fine. That's in a true sock yarn. This is definitely more rustic. It says it's 75% wool, 25% nylon, but it is thicker, more of a sport weight, and it is definitely rustic. But I absolutely love this sock. Like, this is my favorite sock. So I have this one going, Again, it's usually only in my bag. And then I have, of course, these two. So I'll probably do the blue one next just for interest. And then I have this extra one for if I need to make another pair. So yeah, that's part of my yarn haul as well. The Yarn Inspiration Peyton's Croy socks. Love this stuff. I did make a second, I made 2 more pairs using this yarn. I have a pink one, the pink marled one. I did it on my sock machine, so it doesn't feel as great as this one. And then I have another one that I had like teal colors, and I ran out of the yarn on the second one, so like it's just not the same. Plus I did it on the correct size needles, like a US, or like a correct US one, or a 2.25, and it's the gauge is too tight. It's not as comfortable as this as well. So again, that's why I'm replicating this one as best as I can using these needles. So yes, that is what is happening here. Let me put this back in here. This needs to go back in there too. All right, so those are shown. I need to get those back on the shelves. Okay, now the rest of my yarn haul business. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you some yarn that I've purchased and tell you why. I know this video is pretty long, but that's okay. So I purchased, I did the Knit Pick sale, well, just a little bit of it, not a whole heck of a lot. I bought some more of the Wonder Fluff. This is in the Moose Heather colorway. This is really pretty. So I bought 7 balls of this. I bought 7 balls of this. The idea is I have one of those hat machines, you know, the Centro cranking machine. And my idea was to make a scarf using this on that machine so I wouldn't have to knit it by hand. And I still kind of want to do that, but at the same time, I'm like, I want this in a sweater. But I should just do it in the scarf because I don't know if 7 balls is enough for a sweater. I mean, it could be, for all I know. Either way, bought this because it was on sale, and I want to make that scarf. The scarf that I want to make, like replicating it off of, is the Berlin scarf by oh, what is the designer's name? I forget what the designer's name is, but the scarf is called the Berlin scarf. I just don't want to hand knit it because that would be so boring. It'd be like knitting a body. So I thought, since I have the Centro machine, I could just crank it and then add the fringe after. I don't know. But the plan is a scarf. And then also on that sale, I bought this. This is called Whoopsland. It's an Aran. I don't know what the HW stands for. Heavy worsted, maybe? Maybe that's heavy worsted. And I got the Charcoal Heather. So I don't think this is going to be an all the time yarn from Knit Picks. I think this is just a limited edition. This Whoopsland, because it was a mistake or something. They were able to test it, and they said that this pills more than what they were going for. I was like, whatever, I don't care. This is 80% merino wool, 20% baby alpaca, 180 yards per 100 grams. I bought 6. I bought 6 skeins of this. I don't have any plans for it right now, but a sweater at some point, I figured. A nice dark gray sweater in this Whoopsland. It looks like a 2-ply. Yeah, 2-ply. Again, Aran heavy worsted weight. I don't know. It was there on sale. I also purchased from Lion Brand some more fisherman's wool. So I bought 4 total, and then this way I have the white color, and up above I have like a cool brown, and then I have this is what I have left over This is the oatmeal color. So I have almost every color. I don't have the dark brown, but that's okay. Anyways, I bought 4 of these from Lion Brand because it was on sale. This is the birch tweed colorway, and I believe I'm going to knit, I think I'm going to knit the Artisan cardigan by Sanaskarn using this. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of a toss-up between the Artisan cardigan or the ooh, I can't remember how to pronounce it. It's another cardigan by Eggio Knits, the Haribo. But I think I'm going to do that in the white one. Originally I was going to do it in the brown, but I think I'm going to do it in the white one, and this will be the Artisan cardigan. I don't know. I have ideas. I have a little mood board, a vision board right here that I've made and printed out so I can look at it so I know. Anyways, when I got this in the mail, and I was like, cool, lovely, beautiful, had it on the floor. Well, I finally put all my yarn, like reorganized my yarn shelf so I could put my new yarn on the shelf, and these are a lot smaller than the solid colors. This is 170 grams or 348 yards compared to this is 227 grams, 465 yards. So now I'm worried. I'm probably going to have to buy a 5th one of these. I'm not going to do it right now, but at one point, I really, really love this yarn as well. This is 90% wool. Oh, is this? Oh, So the original, the solid color fisherman's wool, it's 100% wool. Absolutely love this stuff. It is my favorite sweater. The one I wear almost daily is made out of that. This is a 90% wool, 7% acrylic, and 3% viscose. And I'm going to assume that's what the Tweety bits are. The acrylic and viscose. So, that shouldn't be too bad. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I bought some yarn from Nomad. So I bought some undyed yarn. I threw this one in. This was like a last minute, oh, let's try this one kind of yarn. This one is called Meringue. This one is 70% baby alpaca, 7% fine merino wool, and 23% recycled nylon. 100 grams, 284 yards, or 260 meters, 1 ply, bulky weight. About 5 skeins of this. It looks like, at first I thought it would be a blown yarn, like this. I thought it was like this. Well, when I got it and I'm looking at it, I think it's more like an unspun roving, kind of like Platelope or Manchalope. I haven't done the little break test yet, but I bought 5 skeins of this, and I'm debating on, oh, I can't show you, it's on my phone. There's this Instagrammer called Idaho.Stitched, and she occasionally knits up these big, beautiful, bulky sweaters and then sells them. One of her sweaters is a colorwork yoke, but her main color is like a neon pink. And I was like, I don't have anything fun like that in my, this is probably my most colorful, my Piet sweater. But I was just like, ooh, to have a hot pink colorwork sweater might be fun. And I'm actually debating the Kutavakika's Stitches sweater, possibly, as that option. So I think I have enough yarn to do that. It was just, I'd probably have to break up some of the yarn for dyeing purposes. But yeah, I do want to test this and see if this will break like Platelope or Manchalope. But it's really, really soft and it's really nice. This was on sale, so I think I bought 5 of these skeins for $50. I could be wrong. And then I knew I wanted a stash of mohair, so I bought it's Nomad's Nuvola. I think that's how that's pronounced, Nuvola. This is, ooh, can I even, no, all the tags are turned the wrong way. Nope, it's right here. 72% kid mohair and 28% mulberry silk, 50 grams, 459 yards, or 420 meters. This is a 10 pack. I think this was close to $100. Maybe 80, actually. I think it was probably close to 80 with it on sale. I wanted to have this in stash, and the reason why I wanted to have this in stash instead of buying like Drops Kid Silk in the colors that I need for certain projects was because apart from my banana sweater, I am going to try incredibly hard not to buy any yarn in 2025. If I look at my stash, there are at least, well, I'm going to look at my vision board real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's at least 11 or 12 sweater quantities. Like, I mean, there's probably more, to be honest, because I do have cones up there I could work with. And that's kind of where this came into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. Planned. I have 10 to 11 sweaters planned for 2025. Will I get them all done? Probably not, because I have this handful that I'm still working on here. But I do not need to buy any more yarn at all. Excuse me. I have a whole stack of sock yarn. I could be making socks. I have 3 sweaters right here at least. I have, that's 1. And then there's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially 6, but one of those things is going to be the scarf instead. So 5 sweaters there. Up top, I have two sweaters. And then I have those cones up there. I have stuff over here. I do not need any more yarn. So my big goal for 2025, and I'm going to talk about this more when I film a video at the end of the year as well, and go over what the plans are, like what is on my vision board, what I'm going to do, which I need to probably update because I have an idea for any leftovers of this. But sorry this video is so long, but yeah, that is my hard goal. No more buying yarn for 2025. I have enough. Like, I can't fit any more on my shelves. I mean, I have all that room, but I'm not going to do that. So yeah, that's why I bought this, so that if I need mohair to hold double with a project, or like I said, I have cones up there, I can dye this to whatever I want and hold it double with a cone. And that's a DK weight right there. This beautiful thing. I got enough. I have undyed yarn. I have undyed DK. I have undyed worsted, like sweaters quantities worth. I don't need any more yarn. So I just kind of went a little ham with these sales so that I feel that I am good to go for next year. Let's hope real hard. Oh, excuse me. I'm still tracking budgets and all that stuff, so I believe I'm going to talk about that at the end of December. Kind of just go over what I spent in 2024 on my knitting, crafting, you know. Anyways, all right, so I need to end this video. I need to clean this all up. I need to get working on that sleeve. I do appreciate you stopping by. Again, I'm sorry this video is so long, but if you enjoy that, cool. Here's at least an hour worth of content for you to binge watch while you craft, or while you clean the house, or while you do laundry, or who knows what you're gonna do. Typically, I'm watching these kind of videos when I'm crafting. So, all right, again, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you. When am I going to film again next? probably Christmas break. Yeah, it'll probably be around Christmas break so that I can do like a recap of the year, do a 2025 plans video, that kind of thing. So you can expect those from me. Will I vlog? I don't know. I'm definitely not doing Vlogmas. Just not. Sorry, I'm not doing Vlogmas. Because my winter break doesn't start until the week of Christmas. So, and I'm not vlogging work. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't know how to end these things. I will see you next time. Bye.